Hello, I'm AdexGaming, and welcome back to my Duels and discussion series. There'll be a link in the description to the playlist for it from my previous episodes, including the new episode I brought out just for this one, for this week, and also there'll be links to my 3 playthroughs right now, my Naruto Ninja Storm, Dragon Ball Z Budokai and One Piece Part Warriors playthroughs, and also my Naruto Ninja Storm Revolution demo series that I do every Sunday, and just the entire list of all the videos I do and when I do them. They'll all be in the description if you want to have a look at any of that. So if you haven't seen any of my previous ones, recently I've been doing teams versus teams. Kind of the Konoha 11, well 12 teams going off against each other in kind of a tournament style thing. I didn't have the whole Busan siblings then, and I do now. But I think I'm kind of past doing the teams now. Kind of just want to get back to one-on-one. And I thought to make it more interesting, I would use like more older and experienced characters that I have quite a few of now anyway. They'll be more interesting because they're a lot stronger. Give a better discussion on them. So if you haven't seen my last episode, it was Kakashi versus Guy, and you'll get my whole summary on who I think would win between them, what would happen in the fight between them. If you look at that video if you want. This episode will be doing the Sarutobi Hiruzen versus his student and the Legendary Sannin Jiraiya. Basically what I'll be doing is I'll be playing as Sarutobi first against Jiraiya, and then Jiraiya versus Sarutobi, so I get at least a little while to kind of give a discussion, which is what I usually do if you've seen it in my previous episodes when I do one-on-ones. So I think just I think just get started then. Yeah. Oh, and also this is pre-time skip obviously, because Naruto Ninja Storm is mainly pre-time skip. The first one anyway is mainly pre-time skip obviously. It's basically all pre-time skip. So these are all the pre-time skip versions of the characters. So this is pre-time skip Jiraiya versus pre-time skip Hiruzen. Well, there's only one Hiruzen because unless you count, reanimated, but that doesn't count until Revolution, which isn't too far away now actually. Right, so I think we'll just get started. So I'm going to be starting off with Kage, and then I'll play Jiraiya afterwards. I like both of these characters a lot, but I just kind of like Kage just a bit more, because I feel like he's prime, and even as an old age, he was just like really powerful, and he's the one that trained Jiraiya, so I think we'll do for support is I'll have Kakashi and Guy for Kage, because they're like the strongest joining in the village, and they're trying to protect Kage, that kind of thing really. I know how to explain it. Then I'll have Naruto, because of course Jiraiya trains Naruto, and I'll go with Gaara, so then he has right, sorry, I just picked Naruto's character there, didn't I? Yeah, we'll go with Naruto and then Gaara, so he just has 2 in Turkey. Naruto obviously trained Naruto. Gaara's just there, so then there's a connection between Naruto and Gaara, because it's in Turkey, that's really hard to think of. Yeah, the supports don't really matter, it's the discussion between the two. Let's see. We'll go to you actually, that's fine. Yeah.
Never underestimate the power of the third Hokage.
I should show you my serious side sometime.
Let's fight!
Right, so I think we'll just get right into the discussion really. Now so this is obviously Hiruzen at an old age. He's like, I think he was around 69 when he died. Yeah, obviously quite old, way past his prime. I know a lot of people would say that, well, Onji was probably stronger when he was older than when he was younger, so I can be the same for people like Hiruzen. I'm pretty sure a lot of people say Danzo was like that too. I'm not really sure about Danzo, but Oniki probably. But no, it's been mentioned many times that Hiruzen was a lot stronger when he was younger, so yeah, he's definitely not near as strong as he was years ago, back in like their 20s, 30s. Not even just 10 years ago. I mean, if he was 10 years younger, even Enma right here, he said if he was 10 years younger when he fought Orochimaru, it would be a much different fight. I would guess it would be actually quite easy for Hiruzen at that point. And that's still nowhere near his prime. That's still quite well after his prime in 50s. Or 50s. And so yeah, Jiraiya is, since Hiruzen is about 70 years old, and Jiraiya is only in his early 50s, so obviously there's an age gap, and you know, Jiraiya is obviously still not in his prime either. He's quite old for a ninja, but he's much closer to his prime than Hiruzen, so obviously has the age difference and the age advantage there. So, you know, he would definitely have that in his favour. Then of course he has the well, you could say he has the summoning jutsu because he has all of the fogs and everything, and you know, if you use someone like Gambito, which I don't see because Gambito is mainly Minato and Naruto, but I mean, of course years ago it was Jiraiya's, but Gambito doesn't really like Jiraiya a lot, as you see when he first appears. But Hiruzen has Enma, who he's been working with since he was a child for a very long time. So they have a very strong bond and they work really well together. So even with the summoning, I don't see Jiraiya having that much of an advantage with it. And then you have to think that Jiraiya, here's a power comparison that I give you. Jiraiya is probably the strong, in my opinion anyway, probably the strongest. I'll leave it here for a second and I'll go on to the next one. In my opinion, he's the strongest Sannin. He's just that, just a bit stronger than Orochimaru, in my opinion anyway. Some people say Orochimaru is the strongest. So, to think the third Hokage at such an old age, well, beat the first and the second. Oh, remember, the first and second were nowhere near the full power, but I mean, it wasn't like they were that weak. I mean, they were still pretty strong for pre-time skip anyway. So the first, second, now he was facing the first and second Hokage, while also fighting Orochimaru, who was, I would say again, not his prime, but a lot closer to his prime than Hiruzen. Still quite young compared to Hiruzen, but still not too old compared to Hiruzen. So for Hiruzen still to be to seal the first and the second Hokage, and then also see Orochimaru's hands or arms. It's amazing. It shows how strong he is. And I'm not really sure if I would see Jiraiya doing it because there's not that much of a gap between him and Orochimaru. Although Orochimaru didn't really summon Manda to fight against him, but I mean, that's kind of fair because I mean, Hiruzen still had Enma, but I don't see Enma really facing a massive snake. So I mean, this was like a fight, and even though Hiruzen had his summon, it's nothing compared to Orochimaru, so you can't really say that that's unfair for Orochimaru since he didn't get to summon Manda, because he didn't choose to summon. Actually, I'm pretty sure he did summon Manda, but he sent him in the village or something. Or either that, or he didn't summon at all. I can't really remember. I remember snakes going at the village. I haven't watched it in a while. So yeah, basically, the fact that he was able to face all three of them at once, it does show his strength, even at such an old age. So, it does make me think that really, could Jiraiya do that? I mean, it's of course he doesn't know ceiling, but I don't think he knows that ceiling journey. But I mean, it's debatable if Jiraiya could actually do it, because obviously if Orochimaru isn't something Manda, Jiraiya's not going to be something down Budokai. So it's hard to say really. I wouldn't see Jiraiya being able to do that really. Maybe. It's hard to say because it would be so close between Orochimaru and Jiraiya. And also, you have to remember, I know a lot of people dispute this because, you know, it's people like the Ruka saying it, but in the manga, I'm talking about pre-time skip here, so you could say it counts because we're not talking about Shippuden, the whole thing with Hashirama now being the strongest. But Hiruzen was said not only to be the strongest Kage right now, also to be the strongest of them all, like strongest Hokage, strongest Kage ever, which of course is probably not exact now because Hashirama with that massive boost, maybe second now in his prime, but I wouldn't say stronger than Hashirama. It's hard to say since I've never really seen him in his prime, but I'm not really sure I'd see him being stronger than Hashirama. Basically what I'm trying to say, back then he was seen as like the strongest Kage of all of them. Like that's amazing itself, just to be known as strong and known as the professor. He had so many jutsus, way more than Jiraiya, and he has again he has a lot more experience than Jiraiya. Definitely when it comes to experience and fighting and you know, all the wars and Hiruzen's been through compared to Jiraiya, and you know, when he's younger, I'm pretty sure he would have lived through the power of the Warring States era. So yeah, you definitely go experience and like feats. I would have to say go to Hiruzen, but I mean, you know, Sannin are supposed to be around Kage level, so I'm not really sure. But I mean, saying that Hiruzen was strong with Kage at the time, which I don't really think it could. I mean, maybe Oniki was stronger because, you know, hadn't really introduced him yet. But I do see him at least being around Oniki. But if he's supposed to be stronger than Oniki at that time, and we're talking about pre-time skills, so it should count. That means he's stronger than the guy who, like, obviously he's still old, so that means if he is stronger when he's older, that Oniki's still really strong and a little bit younger, which probably makes him a bit stronger. So if he was supposed to be stronger than the guy that faced like Madara and stood up to him and did the best against compared to other Kage in the fight against Madara, then that itself kind of proves that he would most likely be stronger than Jiraiya at that age. But I mean, of course, I don't think it's Oniki, since Oniki and Jiraiya Kage and all of them weren't really introduced.
Never underestimate the power of the third Hokage.
You wouldn't really.
Let's fight.
No, because they weren't actual characters back then. You didn't know how strong they were or anything.
Not bad.
But I mean, just been said to supposed to be the strongest. Is quite, it makes him quite strong, and I expect him to find was extremely powerful, and of course, at the end of his old age, he'll still be extremely powerful. But of course, Jiraiya, I mean, when the Legendary Sannin is facing off, he is powerful. He has Gambling ties, he can match Hiruzen and Tsunade. I would say he's the strongest of them, so, you know, he's the strongest of the Legendary Sannin, extremely powerful ninjas, but I mean, here's a guy that taught them. I mean, just think about it, they knew he was extremely powerful, but if it wasn't, like, they got taught by someone who was extremely powerful. Like, I mean, you don't get, I mean, like, Kage, he's really powerful. He's quite powerful. I mean, he's around Kage level now. And Shiken, obviously, so, and he got taught by Minato, who was very powerful, like, really amazingly powerful. So, you know, if you get taught by a strong teacher, you have a power chance of being extremely powerful yourself.
Now you're making me get serious.
And, of course, Minato was taught by Jiraiya, who, again, is extremely powerful, but Jiraiya was taught by Hiruzen. And actually, here's another thing, Hiruzen was taught by the first and second because mainly the second because it was team called Jiraiya. Which kind of proves that, you know, he had a lot of teaching, and in his old age, he became a lot wiser, he knew a lot of jutsu, even though he wasn't as fast or as probably strong, you know, as strong as he was at a younger age, he was a lot wiser, a lot strategic. And remember, Hiruzen was an extremely intelligent person, and he was very strategic, and he was able to work well in situations like this, and obviously be able to outsmart Jiraiya. I'm not saying Jiraiya, not the best yet, not amazing street player, he's good, but he's nowhere near as good as people like Hiruzen when it comes to that kind of thing. So I definitely see Hiruzen outsmarting Jiraiya and beating him. And think about even though of course you didn't find something like good then and thing, it shows that in his younger years, obviously Hiruzen was really powerful, and you don't just completely lose all of that. So Hiruzen will at least stay up high in his power. So, you know, in fact, when he was younger, he had rivals like Danzo, he was, you know, sixth Hokage, kind of anyway, extremely powerful shinobi. Then Kagami Uchiha, also very powerful. Tarifu Akimichi, also extremely powerful ninja. Then, you know, there's two other village elders, it's Kamaru and Utahan or something like that. The two other village elders that you usually see. So yeah, he definitely had a lot of competition. He had to keep up with them. And, you know, when he was younger, he was in a lot of wars. First Shinobi War, second Shinobi War he would have fought in. Third Shinobi War to Kage during. So he's had a lot of training. And in his old age, he would have kept it. He would have got wiser. He would have learned, you know, he's learned all the jutsu. He would have kept all of that. He would be able to use that against Jiraiya and outsmart Jiraiya. So, I mean, obviously Jiraiya has, like, the age difference. He's younger and he could keep up a bit better. He'd be a bit faster and probably maybe a bit stronger. It's hard to say. So I would want to give this to Hiruzen overall when it comes to feats and when you think about everything about Hiruzen outsmarting him. But I would just say Jiraiya because he's extremely powerful himself, and of course he has the Rasengan, which if he hits Hiruzen with would definitely do a lot of damage. So it's hard to say. I know a lot of people would say Jiraiya because, you know, he's younger. He's still very experienced himself, and probably the third Hokage. But I mean, people underestimate the third Hokage. He's in his old age. He was really powerful, and think about it, he had to face Orochimaru and first and second Hokage all on his own. So yeah, it's hard to say. I'd probably give it to the third Hokage, but I'm not really sure. I'll see what you think. If you want to put your opinions in the comment section below, I'd probably give it to Sarutobi, but it's hard to say. I might give it to Jiraiya just because of age, and he has the things like very strong. He's, as a sage, and so I'm not really sure if I want to count sage mode into this because it's coming till later. But yeah, I would see Jiraiya winning it. But definitely because of Hiruzen's old age. But if Hiruzen played his cards right and was intelligent about it, then I could see him being Jiraiya. It's hard to say. As I said, put your opinions in the comment section below. So I'll just close this episode off. Remember, there's a link in the description to the playlist first where you can see all of my previous Duels discussions. It's mainly Duels right now because I haven't really done any discussions on specific topics, but I'm thinking about doing them soon. If you have any suggestions, put them in the comment section below. Anything from One Piece, Dragon Ball Z, or Naruto, which I'm mainly doing right now. Also, there'll be links to my 3 main playthroughs right now: my Naruto Ninja Storm, One Piece Pirate Warriors, and Dragon Ball Z Budokai playthrough, as well as my Naruto Ninja Storm Revolution demo series, where I play through a demo for Revolution every Sunday, and also just an entire list of all the videos I do and when I do them. That'll all be in the description if you want to have a look at any of that. So I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you want to see more, so you get notified when I do more of these. I bring out every Saturday, and I said, put your suggestions in the comment section below, and any comments or suggestions overall, you can put them down there. Yeah. Thanks for watching. See you next time, and goodbye.